की आशाओं की बनी तस्वीर रूहानी है, करते रहे पूरी हर आज्ञा हमने ठानी है। बाबा की आशाओं की बनी तस्वीर रूहानी है, करते रहे पूरी हर आज्ञा हमने ठानी है। बड़ों के आशीषों की ये तो मेहरबानी है, मीठे सुरों की बनी सरगम सबको सुनानी है।
Well, now you also say in your book that you would not allow anybody to control you and that you would not wish to control anyone else. And I have a question. How do you know when you are controlling or when you are being helpful?
कंट्रोल खुद भी नहीं, दूसरों पर भी नहीं।
बोलो, आजकल मनुष्य को ताकत नहीं है जो मेरे ऊपर कोई कंट्रोल करे, नहीं है, पर औरों के ऊपर भी कंट्रोल करके चलावे, ये भी उसके लिए मुश्किल है। इसके बदले हम कहते हैं हमारा इतना स्नेह रूपी सहयोग देने की एक नेचुरल स्वाभाविक हो जो कंट्रोल न लगे पर सब कुछ अच्छा लगे।
She says that today people do not have enough strength. So even if they try to control someone, it's not necessarily they will be able to help. And she feels that actually it should be very loveful relationship. And when relationship is loveful,
you offer help
right.
without expecting.
Right.
It's like giving advice. If you can give advice without expecting it to be acted on, then
that's what
it's what you're saying.
तो उसमें ऐसे नहीं है कि हम कोई ज़बरदस्ती करते हैं, नहीं, परंतु प्यार से ऑफर करते हैं भाई कंट्रोल, तो अपने आप उनके काम में आती है।
And we should offer our advice, our suggestions, but not force on anyone.
I see.
Give choice to that person.
I see. So that would be the difference between being helpful and trying to control. Just
यही
offer.
अंतर हुआ ना, कंट्रोल और हेल्प में कि ऑफर करो।
वो सहज लगता है और अच्छा लगता है, सदा के लिए लगता है।
It's easy and other people feel very comfortable and it's a long-term relationship.
As long as they have a choice to take the advice or not.
Yes.
In other words.
Or it's the whole intent of helping.
Right.
टोटल हमारे जैसे हम कुछ ये नॉलेज के बारे में सुनाते हैं, हम कहते तुम सोचो, जो अच्छा लगे ले लो।
Whenever I speak about knowledge, I always tell everyone, listen, and then it's up to you. You choose what you like, take it. If you don't like, leave it.
Good. That's perfect.
ऐसे
I have to write that down. That's a very good way to do it. Yes. And then there's another thing. It's becoming more and more hard in the world. There's such rapid change, such tension and so forth, and it's very hard to be peaceful.
हम ब्रह्मा कुमारी में कहूँगी भाग्यवान हो जो पहले से इतनी शक्ति जमा है, जो टेंशन फ्री रहे है, जो आज के ज़माने में टेंशन में ना आकर के मदद कर सकते हैं।
I would say that those who had been practicing for a long time, they have been able to accumulate some inner strength, and because of that inner strength, they never get into tension.
You were saying something in your book that you talked about the power of humility, and in the West, most people feel that's a sign of weakness, being humble. Explain how it could be powerful.
बोलो कि मैं समझती हूँ दुनिया वालों को निम्रता का जो है ना, में रहना बड़ा थोड़ा पहले मुश्किल लगता है। जब सत्यता की शक्ति होती है तो निम्रता से हर बात का रिस्पॉन्स बहुत अच्छा है।
Yes, for people to accept this, that humility can help them, takes little while. But then humility also needs this support from the quality of truth. That means when there is truth within yourself, you are kind of full within yourself, then you are naturally humble.
सूक्ष्म अपना अभिमान, निम्र अभिमान वाला जो है ना, सत्यता को सिद्ध करने की कोशिश करता है, निम्रता वाला सिद्ध नहीं करता है, प्रैक्टिकल दिखाई पड़ता है।
Because when there is ego, then person always tries to prove everything. And then there is that arrogance that in the attitude. But when there is truth within you, you don't need to be arrogant. There's natural quality of being humble.
So you're using that as humility would be the opposite of arrogance, that we can recognize nobody would want to be perceived as arrogant.
मतलब आप कहेंगे कि अहंकार इसका कारण है ना?
अहंकार कारण है, परंतु अपन को राइट समझने का, जो भी उसकी पसंद पड़ाई है, सीखने की भावना नहीं है.
What also is important to have this feeling of learning more, and if there is that kind of humility, then arrogance doesn't work.
That
I need to learn more in the life.
Yes.
So that's a kind of positive way to be humble and have that humility.
शो करने वाला निम्रता मुश्किल है, परंतु सच्ची सेवा करने वाला निम्रता से किसके दिलों की जो चाहिए ना वो दे सकता है.
There are some people, they do lot of service to humanity, but it's more like just a big show. But there are some people who do it from their heart. So when they do it from their heart, there has to be that humility, because that service is coming from heart. And once it becomes the experience, then I think they set the example for others also.
So in other words, when you're giving, and when people give charity and so forth, it's a question of whether you're giving it to build your own ego or whether you're giving it to help someone else.
जैसे कोई मनुष्य दान पुण्य अपने अहंकार के लिए कर रहा है या सच्ची भावना से दे रहा है, यही आपका भाव है ना?
कोई करता है ये दुनिया को दिखाने के लिए, कोई दिखाने नहीं चाहता है, दिल से करता है.
There are some people who do charity more from heart than a kind of act of charity.
Yes, many people.
जैसे महात्मा गांधी कितनी सेवा निम्रता से की है.
One of the example we have is of Mahatma Gandhi, that how much he did for the country and set example for the world, but how humble he was in his life.
Right. And certainly a power in the world, a great power.
ऐसे लाइफ में मैंने देखा है, इतने अच्छे काम किया होगा, कभी कैसे वर्णन नहीं किया होगा, न कभी महिमा मांगेगा.
And then also, I also feel that when you do a good action and you keep accumulating what good actions you are doing, and you don't feel even talking about those good actions, because you feel happy of what you have done in life.
Right. You get a lot of satisfaction from doing something good. You get satisfaction yourself, in other words.
Right.
You're repaid for that.
बाबा तेरा बन